Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. I'm Matt. We're doing some more music production stuff today. Today we are talking again about bass because I've been playing my bass a lot lately and I'm having fun with it. And there's some things with bass that I want to dive into that I think will be some fun. Specifically about bass today, I'm talking about bass distortion and different ways you can achieve that distortion because guitar players have so many fun different options. There's all these different things, and with bass, there's just as many options. Guitar players have so many toys, so many different pedals, amps, all this stuff. And bass, I think sometimes, at least in my experience, like I've seen, is just kind of this very like, it's just not, you don't tend to complicate it as much. And you don't have to. And some people do, some people don't. Obviously, there's a bunch of different things. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can get distortion on bass, and a couple different flavors of that sound, because it's not just one thing. It's not just one kind of overdrive pedal and that's it. Sometimes you can run a bass through a bunch of different things and achieve different kinds of distortion and figure out what's right for a song. So I'm going to show you different ways you can achieve distortion on bass, mostly because it's fun. Because distorted bass feels so cool to play. You feel really, I don't know. See how excited I am today? Today I'm going to be using the Fender Made in Mexico P-Bass. We got a couple different ways of doing it. Dedicated, created for bass, Boss, bass overdrive. Something I got in high school, so it is dirty, it is beat up, it has seen some things. It's built for bass. It's built to do what we're talking about today. It has an output level, has high and low EQ, which is nice. It also has a balance, so you can blend in your dry signal to the distorted signal. And it has a gain, how much signal you're pulling into the guy. Another unit we're going to try is a guitar overdrive. This is the Electro-Harmonix Hot Wax Overdrive. It is two separate overdrive units. You're just able to stack them. So I'm going to run through a couple things with this guy. You'll see me do it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go full blast Fuzz, which you may have heard on the channel before on bass. This is the Big Muff Pi, the green Russian model. I don't remember what exactly it's called. I'll write it somewhere. I'll find it. But this guy is Fuzz. This is big, mean blasting fuzz. The other thing I'm going to do is run the bass into the dirty channel of my Orange Crush 35 RT, just to show you what happens when you distort it with a guitar amplifier. And we're also going to try distorting the bass by running it into the Warm Audio 73 EQ and slamming the input gain and using that as a way to distort it by oversaturating the preamp. So yeah, here we go. Let's try it out. Let's mess around with some bass stuff. Let's have fun. Alright, so that was a bunch of different ways to do distortion with bass. My favorite was the Big Muff. I love the tones you can get out of that thing when you dial it up. It's crazy, but also you can keep it pretty tame when you keep it in that probably first half of the sustain dial. And the one knob tone control I like, you can just roll out that high stuff that gets a little harsh. I really liked the tones that I got out of the Hot Wax too. I thought it was fun. Not so much when it was just on one of them. When I doubled up and put it on the double overdrives and pulled the bass up, that was really fun. I didn't really like the blend control on here though. I think just the full distortion sound was better than when it was kind of half and half. I wasn't a big fan of that. Also, I did really like the orange amp. Putting it through the orange amp just kind of sounds like